Hello, Millennium 007 Mr. Tenthauchi here to present a deck of my own. This is my main deck. I'll get to that in a second, but first a couple of announcements. One, for Muslim Duelist, I do have your packs. I just wanted to remind you. Here are 50 brand new ones and 40 used ones. But as you can see, they're still in good condition. I got new sleeve for my Toon deck. Toon Dark Magician Girl. Alright. I do feel bad for anyone that's living out east. I hope you guys are all safe, and I just pray for the best of you guys. Let's cut to the deck. This deck has no cards that are banned that I know of. I've checked the ban list. I may have missed something, but I hope none of them are. So it's a total legal free deck. You can use it in a tournament. It's, I think, 48 cards, including 3 monsters that take double sacrifices, 9 effect monsters, 10 normal monsters, 14 magics, and 12 traps. And let's just cut. Now, as you can see, there's Jins on these covers, and I said there were 12 traps. Just to trigger anybody that actually knows who Jinzo is, because this deck is all based off of my trap cards. They've saved me time and time again, and so anybody that knew Jinzo stops trap cards are gonna think, oh, this is a deck that stops traps. Well, it's the complete opposite. Alright, let's start out. I have 1 Soul Tiger, 2100 defense, 0 attack defender. Master Kinashi with 1750 attack. 3 monsters, Gilgarth, Ninkendog, and Dark Blade. They've all got 1800 attack. Different defense points. Gilgarth is one of my new favorite monsters. It's nice and shiny. Then I have Gemini Elf, Alien Shock Trooper, and Archfiend Soldier. All have 1900 attack points. And to finish off the normal monsters, Gene Warped Werewolf and 2 Gene Warped Werewolves. This one is a shiny, which I like. So I like shinies. They both got 2000 attack, 100 defense. And one of my strongest normal monsters that I think it is the strongest normal monster I have. There's another dragon that's like it. I think his name is Alexandrite Dragon. I'm not sure, but same thing. 2000 attack, 100 defense. And then there's another guy that looks just like him, except opposite. 100 attack, 2000 defense. Up next is the effect monster. Mask of Dark. Sorry, I mean something. Mask of Darkness. Flip. You can add 1 trap card from your graveyard to your hand. Exile Force. Tribute this card to destroy 1 monster on the field. Gyroid. Once per turn, if you'd be destroyed by battle, he's not. Damage calculations still applied. Any Wall of Illusion, any monster attacking this monster gets sent to the graveyard. No, not the graveyard, back to the opponent's hand, but damage is still calculated. Bloodsucker, when he attacks or inflicts battle damage to your opponent, the top card of that the opponent's deck goes to the graveyard. 1300 attack, 1500 defense. So you're gonna want to put some booster cards. Little Wingard, you can change the battle position of this card once per turn during your end phase. 1400 attack, 1800 defense. Elemental Hero Wildheart, 1500 attack, 1600 defense, unaffected by the effect of trap cards. Blade Knight, 1600 attack, 1000 defense. Yeah. If you got one or fewer cards in your hand, so basically one or no cards in your hand, he gains 400 attack. And if he's the only monster I control, I can negate the effects of a flip effect monster that is destroyed by battle. And Kaiser Seahorse. He can be treated as 2 sacrificers for one late monster. Guardianetos. He's my sacrificer. 2,500 attack, 2,000 defense. If I have no monsters in my graveyard, I can special summon him from my hand, and I can send one equip spell card. One equip spell card to the graveyard, and I can target 3 monsters in my opponent's graveyards. I banish them. He gains 500 attack for each one until the end of the phase. So you know what, taking him out, putting in Trihorn Dragon. Elemental Hero Blade Edge, 2,600 attack, 1,800 defense. During the battle phase, the attacking card and when he attacks a monster whose defense is lower than the attack of my card, the difference is inflicted on my opponent. And finally, Guilford Lightning. As you can see, there are no Jinzos. Guilford Lightning, 2,800 attack, 1,400 defense. But if I don't, I can sacrifice 3 monsters to tribute summon him, and if I do, I destroy all my opponent's monsters. And that's why I have Kaiser Seahorse in the deck, because he would be counted as 2, and then I just need 1 more monster. And I use that effect quite often by doing it like that. Up next is Poison of the Old Man. I can either gain 1,200 or my opponent loses 800. Exchange. It's a classic card. When I usually use it when I have a terrible hand, which is probably the best idea. But say I have, I don't know, let's just go out on this card. Say I have Mirror Force, left leg, or right arm, and Regeki, and I can't do much. And my opponent's got a Time Wizard, Dark Magician, and the Pot of Greed. Well, what I could do, I activate Exchange, and I could take the Exodia from his hand, and he could take the Regeki from my hand. Or he could take Mirror Force, or any other piece of Exodia, or any other cards of his choice. I personally would probably take an Exodia piece just to screw him over, but normal man of Crossout. Destroy 1 face down monster. If it's a flip effect, both you and your opponent go through the entire deck, each deck, and remove from play any monsters by the same name. Oh, as you can see, this is the Sealor Countghost. It's become my favorite card, but it's not in this deck, because I only got 1, and that's in my Yugi deck. Hammer Shot, destroy 1 monster on the field with the highest attack. Smashing Ground, destroy 1 face-up monster my opponent controls with the highest defense. Pisser, destroy 1 monster my opponent controls with lowest attack. Lightning Vortex, discard 1 card, destroy all my monsters that are face up. Swords, stall your opponent for 3 turns. Heavy Storm, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. Mystical Space Typhoon, destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. Banner of Courage, as long as this card is on the field during my battle phase, all my monsters gain 200 attack. Lucky Iron Axe, my monsters gain 500. My monster would gain 500. And if this card is destroyed by a spell, by a card effect, I can draw 1 card. Black Pendant, same thing, gains 500, but when it's destroyed, my opponent loses 500. It's like a win. They're both win-wins. And Mage Power, for each spell and trap card on the field, your monster gains 500 attack and defense. Now moving on to my traps. We're 10 minutes in, and hopefully I can get this done soon. Call the Haunted, bring back a monster. In the graveyard, this card stays up on the field though. Trap Jammer, negate trap cards during the battle phase. Trap Bolt, when a monster is summoned with 1,000, when a monster is normal summoned or flip summoned, with 1,000 attack or more, that target or that monster is destroyed. Nageki Break, discard one card on the field and discard one card from your hand and destroy one card on the field. Divine Wrath, discard one card to negate the effect of an effect monster and destroy the monster. Scrap Island Scarecrow. I can only activate this card once per turn. When my opponent attacks, I can say he has Dark Magician. He attacks. I activate this card. He stops the attack, and instead of going back to the graveyard, he gets flipped face back down until next turn. And I can only activate that once per turn. Sack Rescue Armor. When your opponent attacks, their monster dies. Double Draining Shield. I negate the attack of one monster and sorry. Whoopsies. Oh, it's my laptop. Monitor. Oh. I am so sorry. I am using a webcam. Draining Shield. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I can negate the attack of one monster my opponent control. Negate the attack of one monster my opponent controls and I gain those points. So say Blue Eyes attacks. I activate that card. I gain 3,000, and it's stop. That's it. And finally, 3 Magic Cylinders. Probably gonna get some hates from this, but Magic Cylinder is my top favorite trap card. It always has been, and it probably always will be. And as you can see, one of them is, I think, what's it called? Secret. Probably see better when it's just sitting there. But same thing. It's like Draining Shield, except instead of me gaining it, the opponent would lose it. Attacks with Blue Eyes, activate Magic Cylinder, they lose to 3,000. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what should I take out of this deck, what should I put in. Advice is always great, no matter who you are. Advice can always enhance something. You could create another idea, and maybe I'm thinking about making a discussion video on me explaining how I always enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that good stuff. But and like always, always bring a banana to a party, because bananas are fun. Millennium 777's Mr. 10th